It was one of the most played games of my childhood, and if you're my age or even a few years older, it was probably one of your favorites as well. My siblings and I spent hours fighting over this game, laughing over this game, and having so much fun, and today, we're going to talk about it. Hi everyone, welcome to Kirsty Games. I'm Kirsty, and today we are going to talk about the only game that you can bully someone by throwing a banana on a racetrack or popping someone's balloons. You already know what it is. It's Mario Kart. And I actually have the original SNES cartridge for Super Mario Kart here. Hope you can see it, kind of glary, but here it is. And I have an SNES and it works, but my controller for my SNES has seen better days. It's lived a long life, doesn't really work well. So I'm going to go ahead and put Super Mario Kart in my ROM collection and emulate it. I'm super excited about having this game in my collection because it is so nostalgic to me, and my siblings did spend hours and hours playing over this, and I specifically remember fighting over this game more than any other, but also just like having so much fun playing this game. So we're going to emulate it. If you don't know how, you could go ahead and check out my first video. I'll link it in the description, and there's a tutorial there for you. But this game, like I said, is just super special to me. And I think for most people my age or a few years older, it's also one of your favorites too. And so many of us have such memories and such nostalgia connected to retro gaming. And that's really the heart of what retro gaming is, right? Just memories, nostalgia, what things used to be like. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit as I go ahead and put this in my collection just about Super Mario Kart. So Super Mario Kart, it was released in 1992, and 1992, I was alive in 1992. However, I was born 2 months after the release of Super Mario Kart. So I did grow up playing Super Mario Kart on the SNES. I had all older siblings, but it came out in 1992. I was alive 2 months later. It's really interesting because, so like I said, this game is very nostalgic to me. I grew up playing it. And of course, people older than me grew up playing it as well. My brother would have been 6 when it came out. And so even for him, he's 6 years older than me, obviously. Even for him, people older than him love this game. To be honest, Super Mario Kart, like Mario Kart in general, might be one of the biggest like game franchises ever, like the best ones. Because not only did it come out for SNES and people play that for years, but then it came out and was remade for virtually every other Nintendo system possible. I've played it on the Wii, I've played it on the Wii U, I've played it on the Switch. And, I mean, not to mention, like, Game Boy and all that. So, I feel like it's one of the most popular games. It is Super Nintendo's one of top 5 most popular games that ever came out. It sold 8.7, almost 8.8 million copies. I was watching an interview from the creators, the 2 main guys, like in charge of production of this video game, and they were talking about how only 8 people ever were involved in like the producing of this video game. So 8 people touched this game before it was released, which seemed like super wild to me. Like, that's not very many people for such a huge game. And so I Googled, I was like, is that normal? So I Googled how many people were involved with Call of Duty when it first came out. So the very first Call of Duty, 21 employees were involved in that. But then as Call of Duty got newer and newer, more employees were obviously added. Tons more. So that's really interesting that 8 people are to thank for Super Mario, which again, wild to me. But also something interesting that I read this maybe, I don't know, a while ago. that when, like, until 4 months before the release of Super Mario, they were like, Mario was not a thing. The guy who was going to be like the main character of Super Mario Kart didn't have a mustache. Interesting. I just think, like, these things are so interesting because as a kid, like, I'm just like, yeah, this game is so fun. My siblings and I, like, literally, we probably fought over this game more than any other. We played this game more than any other. My mom played it with us. It's possible that my grandma even played it with us. Like, it was a super good game. 8 people had to do with making it. It sold 8.8 million copies, and the main character, Mario, freaking Mario, almost didn't even exist. Almost didn't, but here we are. So that's very interesting. Let me get this real quick. All right, so I finished importing the game. I'm going to play it in just a couple minutes. But I just think it's wild that a game that I grew up playing and people older than me grew up playing is still a game that people play now and people talk about now. And I've even played it with my 5 and 6-year-old niece and nephew. And I've played it in party situations with a ton of other people. It just seems crazy to me that this game that 8 people had to do with, that, like, Mario, who's, like, literally, I mean, it's Mario, didn't even exist until 4 months after, like, 4 months into this game's development. Like, now it's this game that is on every Nintendo system. Everyone, you say Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart Tour, any of those things, everyone knows what you're talking about. It's just wild. It's wild that I was born the year that it came out. It's wild that now my siblings are old enough to be married and have children who also play the game. It's just a crazy thing, and I think that's, again, such, like, the beauty of retro gaming is, like, not only do I have memories playing these games, but now kids have memories playing those games too. And, like, Mario Kart will live for a long, long time. People will remember this game for I don't know how many years, and already have remembered this game for 28 years. And so I just thought it was super cool, super interesting to kind of get into the history of the game before just jumping in and playing it. Like I said, I have so many good memories with this game. And if you have memories, like specific memories about Super Mario Kart, or maybe it's a different game for you, I would love to hear those. So if you wanted to put those in the comments, I would love to hear your stories. Hopefully you didn't fight with your siblings as much as I did about this game, but you know, we all have our bright moments. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the game and see how it is.